What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Dark. In the last episode, we explored around a bit. We're looking for this particular person. I'm going to be completely honest. It has been a bit since I played this game. I kind of, on release day, went a little bit ham and recorded a lot and was like, whoa, I got a lot of other stuff to do. I got a lot of other videos, I got a lot of other series to work on. So it's been a little bit since I've actually played this game. I'm a little weary with regards to what to do and everything. Just really quick freshening up on our spin level and all. And I do remember though that, what's it called? We're still waiting on this person. I don't remember exactly what is the observer. I think maybe, I don't, darn it, I really should know. But two cranes, I can't believe those rumors are true. Assuming everyone's not lying to me, there's one more to go. I do remember though that we were looking for someone who was delivering this food, this fresh fish food for one of the cats at the cat cafe. And we weren't really finding anything, so I thought we might actually have to go all the way to Shinjuku to find them. I don't know. I don't think that should be the case, but I do want to, just to be safe, head over to Shinjuku and chat with people, or at least see if we're given the option to ask about it, right? And there's a bug that just flew onto my computer screen. How not appreciated. Anyways, shall we head on over? Man, the music and just mood of this place is so different. So I want to enter here. Take a look and see if he has anything to say about it. No? Doesn't seem so, I guess. Okay, so it's probably someone in Akihabara. Maybe we have to be a bit more aggressive about it. Maybe that's what's going on. We probably do. And at this point, I do want to, again, stress that I'm not using any guides. I'm not doing anything of that sort. Real quick, it's some sort of warehouse. Oh, that's right. I got to choose the right option. That I'm not using any guides. I haven't looked at any walkthroughs or anything like that. Though that stuff is probably out now. This is all just 100% blind, 100% thinking on my own. Seeing what we can do. Just a little bit of brain power. And, of course, I should mention now, because this is probably closest to one of those situations I've been in, if I do end up getting stuck, if something does happen where I don't know exactly what I'm doing, I do need to wander around for a bit, I need to try and think about it myself for a while, I'll let you guys know. And I'll just be like, sorry guys, I don't know what's going on, I'm going to hunt around for a little bit and edit that all out, and I'll show you guys once I'm back. So let's take a look at our options again. So we said, you like cat cafes, and what'd you have for lunch? Let's try accusing of poisoning cats. Huh? How'd you... Wait, it's not what you think. I rent the apartment above her shop, and the furballs are always yowling all night. I wonder if we just got lucky, or if this is what we're supposed to do. The nutjob owner gives them sashimi at lunch, so I just added some laxatives to it is all. I wouldn't seriously hurt them or nothing. A little cleanup is fair payback for her cats keep me up day after day. That woman's ruining my darn life and doesn't care. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that either. She should be glad it was me who taught her a lesson and not someone else. Jeez. Never, ever do this sort of vigilante taking it in her own hands. Just talk with her. Let her know, like, hey, can we maybe set some boundaries? No need to, like, add laxatives to her cat's food, right? Alright, fine. I get it. You were at the end of your rope. Thing is, I'm kind of a cat person, and I'm kind of a cop. Consider this a warning. I love that. That I'm kind of a cat person, I'm kind of a cop, so you should be really nervous right now. Fine. Whatever you say, lady. So I think that solves our little case, per se. Do we want to go back? Do we go back to the cat cafe now? And let her know? Or what? Do we talk with this person? Let's head into the cat cafe and see if we can let them know. This may not surprise you, but your upstairs neighbor isn't your biggest fan. Takumi, that little rat, what did he do? Is Tomo going to die? If he does, I'll wring his little neck. Yikes, that's probably not the response you want to say, especially to a cop, if anyone. No, it's only some laxatives in the food. I think you want to ruin your day, not harm the cat seriously. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so relieved. If it's laxatives, Tomo should be fine in a day or two once it clears out of his system. What a little scumbag. What's his problem? He mentioned the cats have been keeping up at night. A few weeks of that and anyone might crack. Yo, I so feel this. I share a wall with my brother who plays Overwatch late into the night or is watching TV shows late into the night, and I can always hear it through my wall and perpetually, hey, can we go to sleep? Hey, can you turn your volume down? Hey, you have headphones that feed your game audio. You don't need your TV's audio on. Hey, can you turn down your volume? Until 11:30 at night. I'm an old person now. I have to get up at 5 every morning. And when you're studying almost 24/7 and you are running on 5.5, 6 hours of sleep on a good night, and your brother is keeping you up and you are perpetually having to text, call, go into his room and everything, oh man, does it build on you fast. And oh man, have I been sitting in bed thinking, man, what if I threw his Xbox out the window? You're right, I'm so used to it I didn't notice, but I'll get a contractor to come out and see about finally soundproofing this place. Tomo, you nearly made my heart stop. I'm glad you'll be okay. Now that one mystery's behind us, could we return to our discussion about the Collector? That's what it is, the Collector, not the Observer, the Collector. Of course, I've only visited her once. I wanted to add a very rare Balinese breed to the cafe, and after searching for weeks, I was convinced it was nowhere to be found in Tokyo. Just when I'd given up hope, despair, I got an email out of the blue from her saying she had the breed I was looking for and to come to her shop. Suffice it to say, I was ecstatic. Business was doing alright, so I had some money to spare too, only she didn't want money. She wanted Panda. Probably like a cat you were super close to. She wanted a panda? No, Panda was the name of an old cat I had. She was nothing special, an old mixed breed who moved to Tokyo with me when I was starting up. I doubt I would have started this business if it wasn't for him, but he was also really old and having some health problems. The Collector said she'd take care of him, give him the best medical care, feed him the best food. Panda's last days would be in complete comfort. In exchange, she'd give me the Balinese kitten for free. I thought it was the right thing to do. No, don't give up your longtime buddy for something that has just recently piqued your interest. But Panda was family. What kind of a person am I? I gave him away. I miss him so much. So this definitely seems to be the theme with the Collector. It's, I'll give you whatever you need, but you have to give up something that's incredibly important to you to do so, and you'll probably regret it later on. I wonder why that's the Collector's motivation, though. I tried to go back and give the kitten back for Panda, but the 3 cranes outside of her shop were gone, and I never saw her or Panda again. That's all I remember. Sorry. Remembering Panda always makes me sad. Thanks for the help. I should get back to work. Wow. Well, that's good to know, I guess. And I feel like at this point, all 3 cranes are going to be outside. We've done like 3 little side quests now. We're going to walk past, and they're going to be all 3 cranes, and we're going to finally get to meet this Collector. I think there was something said about flashing something on screen that they want. There they are, the 3 cranes. Yo, they're showing Tanaka! Showing Tanaka on the screen. That's telling us that the Collector knows that we want Tanaka. And the 3 cranes are there. Yo, it's time. It's time, Detective Ito. Let's go. Let's see what she has to say. That's it. 3 paper cranes. The buttons on the elevator are lit up now. Then, yo, let's do this. Let's meet the Collector. Whoa, a lot of cranes in here. What is this place? This doesn't seem right. Doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. Whoa. Whoa, I don't like that laugh at all. What was that? Who's there? Reina? Is that you? Huh? Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It's said the cranes can grant a wish. What is it you wish for? Whoa, and she's showing up in the background. That's, okay, whew. So, reliefs. Not Reina, not someone wearing the mask. I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him, the Collector? Or her? Or him? Collector, Crow, one of many names given to me over the years. But we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? He's like, I already know who you are. Oh, I know who you are, Detective Ito. Or should I say investigator? So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant what you call yourself now, as you've arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different. Yes. What is it, I wonder? Ah, that's it. You're like me. After a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend. They break. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Shout out to Kitty Kitty. But I really like how the Collector is talking. There's definitely some insight the Collector has. The Collector seems to have a different perspective that really goes underneath all of the superficial crap that the world offers. No, nothing's been the same since Kamakura. Yes, of course, the girl you murdered, Reina. Was that your fault? Whoa, what a question. Something made me, of course it wasn't, I never meant to. She gave me no choice. I would say I never meant to. Then you are a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear? No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet. That said, I mean, I see where he's coming from, right? You indicated you never meant to, but you did an action, and so if you didn't have the intention, whose intention was it, and why were you doing it? Were you being controlled, right? That's a very perfectly logical deduction. Are you so sure, detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and your joy is your own doing, or someone else's? I don't have time for this. Wow, laying it down. Of course. Our conversation is tilted towards the philosophical, but you are not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information. Facts. No, it is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly? It's so interesting because he's like asking her what she really wants, more so for her to realize, because it feels like he already knows, right? Tanaka. Yo, it comes out. I want to know what really happened to him. Yeah, because there's a lot going on beneath the surface there. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me, too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. Interesting. So, something worth noting is that all the other people have, in an attempt to get a physical possession, have had to put forth a physical possession. But if we're simply looking for information, I think all he's going to ask for is information from ourselves. I'm curious. So curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine. What do you want to know? On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him? Why him? Because it was all that was available? He was an idiot, the hostess wasn't helpful. A witness saw him. I think, honestly, it's because the hostess wasn't helpful. We only just chose the person we could use. I feel like we're making important decisions here that are going to determine our, trajectory from here on out. The hostess at the bar had been cagey all night, so I guess I chose him instead. What is this, some sort of psych test? I came here for answers, enough with the games. It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? If you want information to use against me, it seems you've already got enough. Blackmail? How pedestrian. Simplistic. No, I have no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Whoa, that's... what a cool line. Yo, I like this collector a lot. Shall we continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made it. You show such little patience, detective. Surprising, considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Lena. She's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger? I didn't want to hurt anyone. Yeah, I think. Was it to keep her talking, or was it because I didn't want to hurt anyone? It was both. It was both, wasn't it? I wanted to keep her talking so that Tanaka could come up with something. I think that was more so what it was. Oh man, these are tough. These are tough choices, right? I wouldn't say she didn't deserve it. I wouldn't say she deserved it either, but I wouldn't say either of those is a rationale in my decision. I definitely wouldn't say I should have. I would say to keep her talking. The situation was hopeless. The best I could do was keep her talking. Learn as much as I could. Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills 3 times, following the doctor's orders like a good little puppet. Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, this is most useful. Huh? I accept this trade. In return, you want... what was it? Ah, yes, that's right. A path. A way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now. Whoa. What are you? The mask. Where is Tanaka? Is he alive? Yo, I want to know all these things. I want to know all these things. I want to save. I want to make a new file. I want to be able to ask these questions. Oh, man. I'm too curious for my own good. I want to ask about the mask. I want to ask about the collector. The collector seems like such a cool character. And of course, I'm supposed to ask about Tanaka. I'm Detective Ito. If I'm really going to roleplay this, I came here for info about Tanaka. My personal interest would be, what are you? But Detective Ito would be here for Tanaka, so I'm going to go with that. In the dark. Whether he lives? That is more difficult. The dark? That's not the first time I've heard that. What is it? Where can I find it? A better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you? Following you at every turn? It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart. Dana. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. Interesting. What is this dark? The girl's thread is a complicated one. Yes, very tangled. It begins in Kabukicho and a talent agency called Omega. Kabukicho. I know it well enough. I've actually been there. Didn't stay there for long given what Kabukicho is known for, but... as I imagine any officer of the law would. Exactly. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, changes shape, and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way. Or, it could tear you apart. Like it almost has already. Whoa. That's so cool. This is so cool. So like... mysterious. What are you? We get to ask more. Yes, I want to ask what you are. This is like, okay, Detective Ito, you had your turn. Now it's my turn. A dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer. Seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you. Except your name. There's no way anyone can know what you do. It's impossible. So what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption. I've been here for so long. Longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I am exactly who you need me to be. Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the... how did you put it? Ah, yes, to clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I don't know why... I really appreciate the image of the mask right on screen. Sorry, Lizzie. Hopefully you're watching this, but I know you don't appreciate the image of the mask. I don't know why, but I get the hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Reina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out. Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. You even attacked a fellow officer to get it, did you not? This is true. Why did... Reina want it so badly? It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. That's scurry. I don't know if I want to use this mask. I'm going to throw this mask on and get all up in the dark and... I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself, it all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with that mask. The Kawanas? My? The shrine maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. Huh? The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Wow. How? Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now, you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool. How will I know when a path's been opened? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. Whoa. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia. An unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. Huh. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. Yo, this collector is so cool. The collector is so cool. So who's our puppet master? I feel like we're going to have to throw on the mask, of course. And, oh, wait a minute. Are there any little kitties around here? Any little kitties that I gotta collect before I leave? Doesn't appear so. So I guess we'll head on out. But yeah, I was thinking, like, who is our puppet, right? Who is playing around with us? I don't know. And the question is, where do we go from there? Who's our puppet? Or who's our puppet master, right? I don't know. I feel like we gotta go back to Shinjuku or something. Because, let's see. 2,500 yen for a parfait. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the menu. Yeah, so we gotta get in touch with our puppet master. I don't think there's an option to, like, use the mask yet or something like that. But apparently we need to understand the mask if we're going to do anything with it. But the air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. Oh, yo, I'm looking at the map. We can go to Kabukicho. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Their conversation seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the streets swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right, and I was a puppet after all. Maybe we're a puppet of him to an extent. At that moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world that I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed to two, and I had no choice but to march forward toward the leads I'd been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? Yeah, no, that's the real question, because, like, he knew everything before we even showed up. He was flashing pictures of Tanaka on the screen before we even went in. I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had been all but confirmed, and I now had a means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I nearly got killed. So I think the Tokyo red light district is going to be the dark. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me? Interesting. So, like, what if we do dilly-dally and something is chosen for us? Maybe, like, the dark will come after us. Either way, I think, because the mask is creepy, I'm going to want to try and figure out the dark first. So let's head over to Kabukicho. New area hype! Let's see this place. Whoa. I guess this is the red light district. Guys, this is why I mentioned I've been to Kabukicho. It was at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and I was not there for long. The collector mentioned a talent agency by the name of Omega here in Kabukicho with ties to Reina. Unless there's a big sign advertising it, which I highly doubt, I'll need to ask around to find it. Alright, well, what is this place? It's advertising girls, DVDs, cabaret? Oh, cabaret. Based on the dragon motifs and the general vibe around the building, I'd guess this place is no normal bar. Who knows how many other places around here the Yakuza have dipped their fingers into. Yeah, I was gonna say when they mentioned the dragons. But what is this music too? Huh. What is this? Kyutona Tenshi? Maybe? I'm not exactly sure. But Host Club. What's that? 1 hour is 3,000 yen. We got a lot of police officers. I'm sure they're like, nothing is wrong here. 3 faces in uniform that I don't recognize. Though I doubt they'll have a hard time recognizing me. The way they're huddled around, it hardly looks like they're doing much police work. Yeah, no kidding, and this is one of the few places they really should be on top of it. More than a few violations probably pass under their noses, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone slips them a bit of cash on the side to ignore them. Cops like that probably wouldn't give me any trouble, and they definitely aren't going to blab to their superiors. But did I seriously say superior? Man, too much Pokemon. Superiors about seeing me in Kabukicho. Yeah, that's probably an awkward thing, but what are they talking about? Hey, hold up, don't I know you? Who, me? Yeah, you. Unless you're hiding someone behind your back. What? Aren't you the detective whose face was all over town a few weeks back? Yeah, that's it. How didn't I recognize you before? Hey guys, didn't someone from HQ come by and ask us about her earlier? Maybe we should call it in. Hold on, Denjiro. You really think that's a good idea? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not risking my job over some nobody detective. Yeah, well, call it in to HQ and you might be risking more than your job if you know what I mean. Ryu's right. Why should we stick our necks out when she hasn't even done anything wrong? Being on leave doesn't mean she can't walk around, does it? I'm with Ryu. I doubt I need to remind you boys what happens when you ruffle the wrong feathers at HQ. You guys can't be serious. Look, I'm not saying we arrest her, only you're going to piss off the wrong people, Denjiro. I don't know how much more obvious I need to be for you to get it. No one, not even the detective here, is worth bringing down her wrath. Her? Who's she? Especially right now. Things aren't exactly on stable ground around here since the Mifune family shakeup. Don't need a repeat of Officer Ono. Oh, there's a lot of other stuff that's happened. I feel like we're going to finally figure out, or not finally, but there's a bit of a backstory in the cops and the police force. Pegged for promotion one day, and then some anonymous tip comes into HQ that Ono's been selling a little dope on the side. Even got a gun to tie him to a crime scene. Yeah, a gun that's mysteriously gone missing from evidence. You think that story's true? Does it really matter if it is or not? The point is, he asked too many questions around here, and now he's in jail. Some police we are, held hostage by some woman. Who is this woman? Sigh. Screw it, maybe you guys are right. Suppose if that guy from HQ asks again, we can say we didn't see any detective today. That's right. We didn't see you, and you definitely didn't talk to us. Got it? Yeah, I got it. Being on the street around here isn't exactly an easy position to be in, huh? You mean at the bottom? Yeah, it doesn't give us a whole lot of options. Feels like I'm always stuck between HQ and all the other crap going on around here. I'm not sure which is worse, honestly. You read the papers, don't you, detective? You heard about the Mifune family, right? No, we haven't. Please do tell us about the Mifune family. Yeah, I'm sure she has, and that's all you need to say on this subject. You never know who's working for who around here to put a lid on it. So put on a lid on it. Ooh, interesting. Listen, detective, whatever you think we are, or what you think goes on around here, it isn't so simple as good cops and bad cops. Remember that. Kabukicho might not be perfect, but we do our best to keep the peace. Right? Right. Right. So kind of like, we can't make it perfect, so we'll do what we can. I feel like that conveys a little bit too much of being content with the status quo and admitting that the status quo isn't where you want to be. And I'm not really a fan of that sort of mentality, but like Ryu said, we're trying our best. So don't cause any trouble for us, and we'll return the favor by not letting HQ know about this. Oh, I just realized Tenshi. That's probably Tenshi as in like Angel. I didn't realize that. Oh, that's why it's the second. I'm pretty sure the second character is to use, and the one before that is Heaven. So it'd be like used in Heaven. So that would be like Tenshi or like Angel. Huh. There's plenty scarier than HQ out there. That's for sure. Why don't you move along, detective? Yeah, we got a lot of things to do, I guess. I think I'll do just that. Good luck, officers. Alright, so let's keep moving on. Investigation +1, nice. So there's the Queen's Club, not really interested in heading over there. Oh, we're gonna, for our sake, let's chat with these people over here. Oh, it doesn't look like there's a lot to explore. We can't go any further. 1 hour is free at the Queen's Club, apparently. It looks like they've been digging up the sidewalk, but since they're blocking my view, I can't quite see what they're doing. It's a little suspicious. Can we chat with them? Hey lady, you need something? There's nothing to see here, so why don't you just move along? Why should I? You said yourself there's nothing to see after all. Love it. I love the sass. Go Detective Ito. Bit of advice for you. If you're trying to keep someone from staying out of your business, I wouldn't lead with nothing to see here. See? She thinks so too. Every time you say nothing to see here, people stop and stare at us instead of actually moving along. Nothing to see here really does kind of make me want to look more, you know? It's kind of sinister. Nothing to see here. That's what cops say when there's definitely, without a doubt, something worth seeing. Thanks a lot for the advice, boys. Last I checked, it was you who worked for me, not the other way around. Yo, you need to calm down. You gotta take some constructive criticism, man. Alright. You don't need to be so darn touchy. All we're saying is that unless you want every passerby in Kabukicho stopping to stare at us, you could try zipping it. Zip it? Is that how you talk at all to all your employers? You are aware of who I work for, right? Right? Digging a hole is the least of your worries, so do as I say. These jobs are the worst. What exactly are you guys doing? All of a sudden I can't help but wonder what some suit is doing standing by a construction site. Have to agree with this little lady on that one. As far as I can tell, we're pulling up a strip of concrete for no darn reason at all. No reason, far from it. It's scheduled maintenance requested by the building's owner. There were complaints of people falling or getting hurt because of the uneven pavement, so my employer generously offered her own money to fix it. I feel like there's some sort of transmission of drugs or something else going on here. Maintenance. Seemed perfectly fine to me until we started hacking into it and you seemed awfully impatient for us to fill it back in. Maybe it's got something to do with that little thing you had wrapped in cloth before? Yeah, no, exactly. There's some sort of a burying thing going on, or pick something up from underneath the pavement, some sort of hidden transfer. Shut up, or I'll ask you to dig 2 more holes after this. Ooh, yikes. 2 more? Yeah, for your graves. Oh, I get it. I think that was meant to be some sort of threat. That was pretty funny. Yes, exactly. I mean, what you said wasn't exactly threatening. Honestly, I've heard better. Is he trying to imply that he's going to make us cover ourselves in concrete? Kind of a boring... These guys are so funny. Fine, bad joke, but maybe you two should remember you're being paid very generously to be here, so shut it. And you, miss, would you please kindly move along? As you can see, I'm busy enough with these two without any additional distractions. Interesting. Okay, so looks like there's definitely something we're going to want to look at over here. Ooh, Underground City is apparently what's over on this end here. That's what this sign says. Is it Chikagai? Maybe? There's like a... Oh, this is a touring place. And there's karaoke. So the police are in front of an adult shop as well. This is definitely the red light district. Regardless, we have the Queen's Club. Let's take a look at the club. Seems this club is pretty popular, and it already has a lot of customers. Maybe talking to some of the regulars would give me a good idea of where to start looking for Omega. Probably a good idea. So let's head on into the club in the next episode. I'm a little scared of what we're gonna find in the Queen's Club, both in the sense of the dark, but I also don't want anything I don't want to show on YouTube showing up in this Queen's Club in Tokyo Dark of all things. So I'm a little skeptical, but regardless, I am excited to continue the investigation. It seems we've opened up a new little can of worms in Tokyo, a new underground that is going to, keep the path going, right? Hopefully we're going to get to the dark, find out a little bit more about what the dark is, where it is, how do we get to it? Is Tanaka in there? Is Lena in there? Like, what is going on with that? I'm really curious, so I hope you guys are looking forward to the next episode just as much as I am. But until then, this has been Night Zero, and this mission is complete.